Hello you guys, it's Holly Golightly. Welcome back to Perfume Vegas. Today I'm going to be doing the current obsessions tag. So if you want to get some more information about the things that I am currently obsessed with, just stay tuned.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall.
Alright you guys, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell before you leave for more uploads, especially perfume related uploads. Otherwise, let's get into the video. I literally just watched Paola Bianca do this tag and I was like, I have obsessions. I want to do it too. Like, that's pretty much how my brain works. It's like, I know something. I could do that. So this tag was created by Nika Marks. I'm going to link her channel below, and I'll also link Paula's video below as well, so you can go check out her answers because she had some great, very, very, very good current obsessions. As for me, I am going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm obsessing with is this hair color. My roots, this is my, well, it's not really my natural color because there is some hair dye in my roots, but my roots are virgin hair, and temporary colors like this don't take well on virgin hair, which is why you see quite a stark difference between my roots and then like the bold red. But I don't mind. Like, I love the red. It's so fun for a change. And this is from Lime Crime. It's their unicorn hair in the shade Mystic Rose. It is literally just blurring it out. It's not focusing. Anyway, so I purchased this while it was on sale. It was a holiday color, and I don't know for fact that Lime Crime still has this in stock. I used about that much of the jar to do my hair, and what I'll be doing with the rest of this is just touching up if I need to. But this is the full coverage color, which means that it will tint your darker natural hair, and it did do that. You can see it a little bit there. But I freaking love this color. I love this rich rose burgundy red. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, that is my first current obsession. Second is a candle, and I mentioned in an empties video some time ago that I had an empty candle from House of Glory called Tobacco Resin and Clove, I believe was what it was called, and I loved the fragrance. I loved the fragrance so much. It is not made anymore. I don't think House of Glory even makes candles right now, but it was a beautiful scent. So when I was gifted this one for Christmas, I was in shock. This is the Tuscany Candles Home Heritage Collection. Once again, not sure if they mean home and heritage or literally home and heritage. And it's in the scent Tobacco Leather. It smells just like that House of Glory candle. It's such a nice candle. It burns well, it burns smoothly, it burns cleanly. The fragrance has great throw. I am obsessed with it. I actually could easily have burned this entire candle by now, but I'm like holding myself back because I think this was only available for the holiday season, and I believe it was like at somewhere. This was actually purchased at Smith's. It's a grocery store chain. It's part of the Kroger overhead brand. So I do not know if it's possible to find this candle, although I'm sure maybe this Tuscany candle line has other scents, so that would be worth checking out. But this tobacco and leather candle from Tuscany Candles, I am absolutely obsessed with. It smells so good. It smells so good. Smells so good. And then the next things on my list I don't have to show you, but I'm going to insert clips or pictures for you. The first one is the television show that I am obsessed with right now, that I'm always obsessed with. It's American Gods. It's on right now. It came on air at the beginning of January. It's in its third season. I'm obsessed with it. There's a lot of things that have been problematic with the show. You know, it's up to you to decide like what you want to support, who you want to support, how you want to support anything. But I really love the show. I have loved this book. It is based on a book, and he is directly involved in the writing and producing of the American Gods TV show. The first season was amazing. The second season was even better. The third season has been really interesting so far. I'm excited to see where it goes. I order stars every time the show comes on, just because I want to make sure that I can watch it immediately when it airs, and then I cancel stars for the rest of the year, 2 years, or however long in between seasons. I will say though, there is some things about season 3 that I'm really hoping come to fruition. If they don't, I might not be as invested in a fourth season. If you know the show or have watched, you might be able to tell. And if you want to talk about it, like, leave me a comment, because I would love to talk about it. But yeah, American Gods, it's on Stars. It's airing now. If you get the Stars app, you can sign up for a trial, like a free trial period, and you can binge in all the episodes that have aired so far, from season 1, 2, and 3. So American Gods on Stars. Nothing in this video is paid promotion. Nothing in this video is advertising. I just love these things so much. And American Gods, I love it. Love it. One of my favorite shows on television. My favorite books too, but speaking of books, that's the next thing. A lot of us had chances to read like we really haven't had in a long time. Like, I had ample chances to read books in 2020 like I never had in my adult life. Technically in 2019 and 2020, going into 2021. So I've been devouring books. I've been reading fiction and nonfiction, but I am partial to fiction for just casual reading, just because I like to escape. I don't like watching movies, and I don't like watching TV as much, so books are really the escapism entertainment for me. And I have lately been just regurgitating, that's not right, like gorging on works by the author Megan Chance. I have 3 of her books currently. They are called A Splendid Ruin, which I just finished, is the most recent one I finished. I have An Inconvenient Wife, and I have Inamorata. And these are amazing books because she writes such bold and realistic characters, and even her characters that are the antagonist characters, they have flaws, but they also have redeeming qualities. So you're always kind of rooting for everyone, even though it's very realistic that not everyone's going to come to a happy ending. Her protagonists, her feminine protagonists, are always very well crafted. They manage to be strong, independent women for their time and place without coming off as being too much, or like just sort of parodies or whatever of what we would think a strong independent woman looks like. No, they understand their place in society, but within the constraints of the time period that they're written in, they push back against those bindings, basically. And I really like they're so easy for me to read these books, and I can read like one in a day. They're so good. Inamorata is one of her earlier books, and it does have, I think, pretty mixed reviews on Amazon. These are all on Kindle, by the way. I have all ebooks. I do like physical books, but it is, of course, very difficult to deal with physical books, especially if you have to move or take them places. Inamorata, like I was saying, has mixed reviews because it has some very touchy subject matter in regards to sex, sexual orientation, and the commingling of class between people in like 14, 15, 1600s Venice. I think it's like set in the 16 or 1700s. So that whole like centuries ago period. Maybe it was not that late. So yeah, it's in maybe like 1700s Venice. So some people really got a little touchy about it. So I'm warning you now, if you decide to seek out any of Megan Chance's books, be aware that they are not holding back about subjects that are more taboo, such as sex, sexual orientation, feminine hygiene, and feminine biology, the understanding of how biology and sex works, a lot of different stuff. So as for me, I find them just so good, so well written, and so fascinating. Like I think I've gone on long enough. And speaking of escapism, however, there is another thing that I've been doing to kind of escape reality. It's a way for me to just get creative, get outside my head for a little while. And what I'm talking about is an app. Again, not sponsored, no promotions here. This is just my experience and my own opinion, so take it or leave it. I have been absolutely obsessed with the Redecor app. It is so much fun. If you have fancied yourself into interior design at all, or even if you just have an artistic or creative streak and you want an outlet for it, the Redecor app allows you to just like pick and choose different design options that you can then create different rooms. You have challenges you can do. You'll be able to get all sorts of different materials and rewards. You don't have to put any money into it. Although there is options to buy. There's in-game purchases, of course. But for me, like, I found it to be such a relaxing way of time. I can just scroll through all of the design challenges and just pick the ones I'm interested in or do them all. And then, you know, see how other people feel about my designs, because you vote on users' designs to pick the winners. And I've had periods of time where none of my designs have done well. I've been at the bottom, I've come in last place. And then I've had times where my designs are consistently getting like first, second place. And so it's been a lot of fun just seeing how my personal feelings towards interior design and design in general look compared to other people, because I was a graphic design major in university, and so I did take design classes, not any type of interior design classes, but color theory and the way that materials and colors and fabrics pair is all part of that sort of artistic understanding of the way that things look beautiful to us, each of us. So the Redecor app has been total obsession for me. I've been playing it for almost a year now. I started at the beginning of the quarantine period last year, and I'm still going strong. So definitely a good one. And then the last thing that I have for you, probably the thing that you've been wondering about this whole time. Yes, it is a perfume. I do not have the actual perfume bottle here because I don't own a perfume bottle. This is a perfume that I got from Scentbird. And much like the other Scentbird perfume that I've mentioned in my monthly perfume favorites, this was one that didn't strike me very strongly as something I would like when I first, excuse me, this didn't strike me as something I would like when I first got it. It wasn't bad, but I didn't love it. It was like interesting, and then I put it away and I lost it.
Oh, this is Holly in editing. I want you to know that I have mentioned Chocolate Greedy before, but this was recorded before that.
I forgot about it, then I couldn't find it when I was thinking about it, so I forgot about it again, and then I recently rediscovered it, maybe like a month or two ago, right at the beginning of January or December. So to cut to the chase, the perfume in question is Montal Chocolate Greedy. Why is this an obsession, you may ask? It's just a fragrance. It's not even one that you wear enough that you mentioned it in your favorite fragrances of January. And you're right. This is true. You might not have seen that video yet, but I don't mention it. And the reason is because I don't wear it. I like to smell it and I put it on before bed. This has become my total go-to bedtime fragrance. I absolutely adore spraying this on right before I go to bed. It's so cozy and it smells delicious. Like I feel like I'm drinking a beautiful hot chocolate, dusting cocoa powder everywhere, and it's sweet and it's yummy and it's like almost satisfying that craving for like something sweet or like just to get up and get a snack. But it's also a perfume, so it's scenting my pillowcase, it's scenting my sheets, and I have this sort of beautiful melange of fragrances going on in my in my sheets right now, because not only do I have the fragrances that I put on before bed or the fragrances that I spray on my pillows, I have Chocolate Greedy that I add on to everything else. So this has been one that I've been absolutely loving, and I definitely plan on buying a full size. And I never thought that I would say that, especially about any Montal or Mancera fragrance, but definitely not about Chocolate Greedy. Here we are. So those are my obsessions. I think there was more than 5. I'm not sure. I didn't count them beforehand. So I hope you found it interesting. Anyway, I think I'm coming into this tag pretty late, and so I don't know who's done it or who hasn't, so I'm not going to tag anyone. But if you want to, definitely feel free. Consider yourself tagged. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think about any of these things that I've talked about. If you've experienced them or if you've tried them, what your thoughts and opinions are. And otherwise, make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can find out when I upload next. Should be a perfume related video. Maybe it won't be. Can't guarantee anything at this point. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.